What week does Dylan Gabriel get his first start?
I don't think they ever plan on starting.
You ain't
him.
got a quarterback.
Will you shut up? They signed Zappy or Zap, however you say his name, to the practice squad. I guarantee you, if something happens to Flacco, they're going to start him. They're not going to throw either one of these kids out there right now. I know they announced him as the backup quarterback, but they ain't throwing that kid out there against the Baltimore. You gonna put Dylan Gabriel out there against the Baltimore Ravens? They'll kill that kid.
He's like Kenny Pickett 2.0.
They'll kill that kid. I mean, if you watch his preseason games, like you can tell, like he's smart. Kid, I mean, but he's like 5'11", man. He's not a real big guy, man. I don't know if I'd put him out there, just yet until he's got to develop a little bit. But I think, the Browns are probably going to get beat by about 20 points their first two games. And then they might, I don't know. I mean, you got to start Sanders. Is either one of those guys ready for that schedule that Cleveland has? I don't know, man. You got to get Flacco through the first at least 5 or 6 games. Oh God, look at their schedule's brutal.
All you got to do is play somebody, and it's somewhat better than y'all.
All you got to do is play somebody better than y'all. That's brilliant.
Well, I'm telling the truth.
Cleveland Browns schedule.
Cincinnati, Baltimore, Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, Pittsburgh.
Yeah. They've got the NFC
6
Central
playoff teams.
They've got the NFC North this year.
Miami, New England, New York to get the AFC East. To get a little 3-game stretch here against some sorry teams. Then Baltimore, Vegas, they'll be playing against Kenny Pickett by then. Then San Francisco, Tennessee, Chicago, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati.
I think Kenny Pickett's going to take
for the Brownies.
Gino's place.
I didn't say take his place.
You think
Gino be hurt? Yeah. So I'm just saying, man. It's just like you look at those first 5 or 6 games. You gonna throw Dylan Gabriel out against those teams? You gonna do that? So I mean, it wouldn't have been. I kind of wish it would have worked out a little bit different. Like if you didn't have 2 rookies. I mean, like pick one to be your project, and then keep Pickett. Yeah. And I know that's why they signed Zap to the. Or Zappy, whatever the guy's name is. Yeah. I know that's why they signed him to the practice squad because he's started in the NFL before. He actually, with the Patriots, he got a little playing time a little while back. How are you going to put one of those again? Why are you drafting 2 rookie quarterbacks? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Chip, this is why I'm a Browns fan. They're actually not. They're actually saying, "Hey, we're not going to win this year."
Yeah, we're
preparing for next year. We got 2 rookie quarterbacks. We got a rookie running back. We freshly signed Garrett. Hopefully everybody will be good next year. The Cowboys traded their best defensive player for future draft picks, and they're going to tell you we're going to win Super Bowl this year with our 31st ranked defense. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to eat that bologna sandwich. I'll eat my hamburger. And be
you know
okay.
what, Kevin? I was just going to say exactly like people say this. The Browns are basically saying we're taking the season and we're throwing it into the trash can. That's what upsets me as a fan.
They're going to win 5-6 games.
I'm just curious. How many years have they been saying that
Kevin,
now?
You don't even think they'll get that far?
They'll win. They might win 2 this year. They might win 2.
Pittsburgh, Miami. They'll split with Pittsburgh. They'll beat Miami.
You're not
should beat the Jets.
In their preseason games, Tom.
Might beat Tennessee.
Aaron Rodgers will beat y'all twice.
He might not be playing the second game.
Here's my theory. Or here's a question I got, Tom. In the preseason games, if you watched them with the Browns, who looked more impressive? Did Gabriel look more impressive or Shedeur?
Shedeur looked pretty good in the first game. I thought Gabriel looked good in his time. He played against the Eagles and then he played against the Rams, and he looked pretty good. Okay. I mean he's making some tight window throws. Yeah. I mean, it's not that I wasn't like they say he processes things pretty fast, like he's a student of the game.
Deshaun Watson's healthy.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's working out, waiting to be traded.
So was Nick Chubb.
He's ready to rock.
So was Nick Chubb.
Yeah, Nick Chubb's on the roster. He's about to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, who?
Nah, he's got Ohio State quarterback. Everybody AFC championship.
Well, and the Houston Texans have the second to worst rated offensive line in all of football. So that's
Doesn't
not
matter.
good. It does not good news.
You got Chubb and Stroud.
It's not good news for Chubb. But he looked better, and they say they sabotaged Sanders in that last game, that they put him out there with a bunch of 3s and 4s and people who are going to be walking the streets the next day.
Yeah.
But you can't take 22-yard sacks. He's just. Yeah. I think that they got to get a little bit of that out of them. I think at this point, just being real, I think Gabriel's a little more mature. I think he's a little more student of the game. I think Sanders relies more on his athletic ability and that, and he's a project. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's very much he's a project. So
do you think Sanders will end up being a starter for somebody?
They're going to have to play Sanders this year. The fan base will lose its mind. So you know what?
I think he's good. I think he's going to play.
If they want to sabotage him, throw him out there against the Ravens. Throw him out there against the Ravens
or the Packers
or the Packers. Yeah.
I don't have any problems. I like Sanders. I think he's going to be good, and there's no issues with it. I think it's a total PR nightmare how everything's been handled, and Cleveland ended up with it, and it's ridiculous how everything's handled. It's bad for Flacco.
They created it themselves.
No, well, they're coming out. Somebody just came out this week and said the NFL asked the teams not to draft Sanders, and I'm trying to remember exactly who it was.
Theory
no,
it
was an actual NFL player that he's heard from teams that told him that they were told by upper echelon NFL folks the teams not to draft him. The Browns had a big argument with him and with the NFL about it, and it ended up being they went with him in the 5th round because they did want him earlier, and nobody else was going to draft him. So, you think they're going to teach Arch Manning a lesson next year? So,
what's their motivation?
I don't know.
Why would you not want him drafted?
The reason I told you is I don't think you'd want to draft him because people thought that Dion might be his replacement. You don't draft your replacement.
But that's the team.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's the franchise's issue. Why would the league have an issue? I mean, that gives credence to everything Colin Kaepernick has said for the past 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he's not into politics like.
But
Kaepernick.
the reasoning. But what is the reasoning? It
is strange. I mean, if they draft one or the other, I was fine
Eric
with
Dickerson is who's claiming that. Eric Dickerson said he was told by multiple teams that that the NFL wanted to make an example out of the Sanders family.
What example?
What did they do to him? I mean, that's not. Yeah. That's not even.
That's what Eric Dickerson. That's what I just said. That's all Eric Dickerson
said. So he becomes the dad who's a Hall of Fame, probably the greatest cornerback to ever play the game, and now goes to coach in college and happens to have 2 sons that play and produces one of your most intriguing talents in a 2-way player that's going to play 2 ways in his program. What axe does the NFL have to grind with Deion Sanders and his family?
It's strange.
Can we not sit back and understand that he's really not that good?
He is good, Terry.
I mean, might as well say LeBron.
He's good, but
LeBron is good in the NBA.
They wouldn't have drafted him. Everybody had first-round grades on him.
Is he the criticism of him seems to be maturity, and is he a real student of the game?
Yeah,
I think.
He played for Dad. Come on, y'all. Dad's going to let him do anything he wants to out there to make excel above what he is.
Against the Panthers, you could tell that he had talent. I mean, he's got arm talent. He's got he's got
against the Panthers.
Although consider the source. Yeah, I was about to say consider the source.
Come on now.
Consider the defense he was playing against.
If a guy can throw the football, you're going to see that against good or bad competition. If you see some of the throws he made some good throws against the Panthers. But is he a student of the game? And that's one thing. Like one of the commentators said, well, when he's on the sideline, he's not Peyton Manning. Let me see the film. Let me see the pictures. Let me see, Tom Brady. Is he that student of the game where it's just like, high school? I'm just going to outrun everybody.
Unless they're throwing a bunch of picks and balls on the ground. Like I don't see, I don't see that from him. So I don't.
Well, let's put it like it is.
He was taking some.
Put it like it is. Travis Hunter made him.
Oh my Lord, Terry. All right, so the sacks thing.
Yeah,
I'm just watching it. He's backing up, obviously. Right. Which one? If you watch any Colorado games, if you ever listen to any of the Colorado games, every time they ever talked about what they say, our line is awful.
Yeah.
So he's probably his first reaction right now. Then now you're in the NFL, and I'm a Sanders, and I've got good feet. Is maybe your first couple steps are back. I do see the videos where if he would step up into the pocket, he would be a lot better. The backing up thing. Deshaun Watson is the worst one ever, I think. I don't remember if y'all remember him doing that, but that is exactly what he does: is back up and move around. A lot of those young guys do that until they figure it out. So I think he can figure that out. I'm more worried about the throwing thing. Like when I see the guys throw and watching Sanders throws, he throws the football like an NFL quarterback should throw a quarterback.
I'll give him.
I think the pocket thing is more of a just get used to it thing. Once he realizes, hey, I have real grown men that can block, Tom,
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I've been back there before when I've been getting the snap and been like, all right, my right guard's getting blown up right here. So I got to go this way. I know what's about to happen with this pass. And that is on your mind.
Is he studying, though? That's the thing. Is he studying?
Wasn't he like academic All-American?
No, I'm just saying, is he a student of the game? I'm not saying. I mean, is he a student? Of the
he
game?
might have been taking Tar Heel classes. I can't claim that, but
and is he a student of the game?
We need to remember too. I mean, we're talking about the first week of preseason. We were talking about how impressive Troy Smith looked for San Diego. So again, with preseason, let's. And again, like Tom, you were the one who made the point. You can have all the talent in the world. Let's see what happens when the snaps matter.
Look, if you're going to tell me you're going to put in the 5'9" lefty over the 6'2" Sanders stud athlete, this is again not put like Terry said about Hunter.
Lance, I said Smith. Lance, sorry.
You could pick two stud athletes from Colorado, or you could pick fat guy Mason Randolph and Dylan Gabriel. So either pick the athletes or not pick the athletes. I'm going with the athletes on those. All right, any other NFL news and notes? Before we get out of here, we got to talk. Real quick. Let's pick those. We'll put them on next week's list. NFL games.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Philly Thursday, Tom.
Philly.
Terry? Cowboys. Chip?
Philly.
Philadelphia for me. Chiefs at Chargers to open up the season, Chip.
I'm gonna believe the hype that Kelsey's reinvigorated himself and he's engaged. So let's go Chiefs.
Terry?
Chiefs.
Tommy?
Chiefs offensive line sucks. Chargers.
I can't believe you just picked Jim Harbaugh. Go Chargers for the pick. We'll be back next week. KDCBroadcasting.com.